move on volunteer for election day. Hi, Ketty, she says to me. What the fuck is this?
Hey everybody, it's Joe Chaffee. Oh, what's going on? Why hasn't my live stream appeared? What is happening? Oh, there it is. Okay. It's been that kind of a morning, as some of you pointed out immediately when I sent out the post with the link to the private live stream. I forgot to put the link on it, so I sent it out again. And thanks for letting me know. But like I said, it's been that kind of a morning so far. So, we're at the point right now where there really isn't a whole lot more than we can add to what's happening, other than to come into looking at the models at this stage and seeing if there's a little bit of fine tuning going on. One of the things that I think we want to watch out for tomorrow morning is the possibility that there could be a rather intense area of heavy rain and thunderstorms. And you know what? It wouldn't shock me if you get a little rotation out of it. I'm not trying to, hype this up or anything, but the fact is that you got a tight little low that forms. Yeah, if you go ahead. Yeah, see if you can take your.
Yeah, I'm off.
I'm not sure what drives when you lose a signal or not. But anyway, now that we have you back, I appreciate your indulgence. So here's the view from the regional radar. So you've got a pretty solid band of heavy rain. It looks like even some thunderstorms in there from eastern North Carolina northwestward over into Johnny Quest country in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Moving slowly northeastward. It's not into Washington, D.C. or Baltimore yet, obviously, so there's a lot of time. And I really don't expect anything to happen till early this evening, when you'll start to see the rain moving into southern New Jersey and southeastern PA, probably reaching New York City and then northern New Jersey, say north of Route 78 by about 10 or 11 o'clock, and shortly after that for Long Island, the Hudson Valley, and Connecticut. And then it's really going to come down pretty hard for the overnight and into the very first part of tomorrow morning. By the way, everything is on schedule with regards to the timing of this. Okay, so that is a big plus. I'm really banking on this idea of a dry Sunday. It may not necessarily be picture perfect, but I don't think we're going to have any rain to deal with by then. And here's the full U.S. radar. That's a pretty impressive system that's coming up here with the rain that you see in northern South Carolina into North Carolina, Virginia, and then north and west. That's actually the whole body of the trough that's trying to lift up and around. So we'll jump to the NAM, the new NAM, which is still in the process of coming out. I've got the wind profile. And one of the things that happens is you've got this main surface low that goes into Chesapeake Bay, but you notice the isobars are stretching out there. There's actually a low probably at the point of occlusion, and it gets very tight. Sometimes you can get some bursts of wind in a situation like this where somebody winds up for an hour or two gusting to 60 miles an hour or more. It certainly wouldn't shock me if that were to happen. Hang on, there we go. Let me get this back to working again. But you see right here how really, you see how tight that pressure gradient is? If the lowest pressure is in the northeastern part of this stretched out isobar, the gradient just to the north of that's going to be incredibly tight. And that's why the NAM is doing that area of 40 to 50 knot winds, sustained winds now, for central and eastern Long Island. And this would be from roughly, say, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. till about 9 or 10 a.m. It's hard, assuming the model is right. But look, the bottom line is you're going to have gales up and down the New Jersey coast, and then all along the Long Island South Shore throughout southern and southeastern New England. And then, of course, it all moves along. So the winds actually do start to diminish. We're going to have to concern ourselves with a second tide problem because of the fact of the surface low being pinned off the New Jersey coast like this. So for areas around New York Harbor, the South Shore, North Shore of Long Island, the South Shore of Connecticut and Rhode Island, the signal here, and it comes right back. So my apologies. Apologize for the signal going down. So looking at the surface map on the NAM, and I'm in here really, really tight. Now you can see I'm having trouble loading. There's general signal issues going on here. Oh boy. Very, very frustrating. Yeah, I don't know what's happening today. There's just a lot of noise here at my house with respect to the internet. I'm trying to try to. There we go.
That's back on.
Again, sorry guys. I don't know what's going on. Well, and I'm also trying to get my breakfast down. Notice tomorrow morning, 5 a.m., you've got this convective area that develops. It almost looks like a little bit of a gravity wave here that happens. Those are strong, that's strong convection moving across Long Island tomorrow morning. Wouldn't shock me if there's some severe storms in here as this goes by. And the rain does break up after that for a little while. A little bit of shower activity comes back in the afternoon. And then after that, as I said, going into Sunday, I really think Sunday's going to be okay. We've got this next weather system coming in for early Monday morning. That remains weak. And just a quick look at the long range. I'm going to jump over to the last GFS run. And we're going to have a couple of systems next week. The first one Wednesday is a weak front that goes by. It basically just falls apart as it goes by, and a second wave develops here with a stronger front that comes through Thursday night into Friday. That will probably be tropical storm or even Hurricane Oscar east of the Florida coast, at least if the GFS is correct. The other models are not really doing this, but it does bring it close. But then we've got this next trough that sets up for the weekend, and this brings up a system up the East Coast or just offshore, or depending on what model you have, the trough is further west. Look, pretty far to the west. Okay, again, sorry for the interruption, but you're going to see a trough that's going to try and set up pretty far to our west with a southwest or south-southwest flow along the East Coast. So you want to be a little careful. The alleyway would be well offshore, but hang on. Sorry, guys. Let me turn that down. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. Here's how it looks on that upper air, by the way. See how it kind of just gets swallowed out and then eventually. All right, here we go. We're back again. You get some days where you have no signal problems at all, and then you get days like today. So that covers it pretty much with the model. I'm sorry, I apologize for the ping-ponging back and forth, Charles Baker. I get it. Yeah, it's got to be annoying. Wet for the marathon could be, Scott, depending on timing with that thing for next weekend. Yeah, I don't know, David, if I really want a green screen at my house. I kind of like the idea of just sitting here and doing what I'm doing. You got a cold wedge down all the way into Atlanta. I can see this thing spinning away. What is going on? Oh, boy. So, anyhow. Give me 1 second. Maybe I can... I'm not sure what's happening. Or I'm about to. Anyhow, that pretty much rolls it up. Look for rainfall wise. It's probably going to be on the order of 1 to 2 inches worth of rain. I'm not seeing, there's probably going to be some locally higher amounts to maybe 3 inches in some places, but that should be about it. And then again, watch for those possibility of some strong or even severe thunderstorms rolling through later on tomorrow morning, into the first part of tomorrow morning. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. I, again, apologize for the technical issues. I'll be putting up regular posts, of course, as we go through the day. So make sure you'll see your notifications. We'll have our regular YouTube live stream, the public live stream tonight, probably at 7 o'clock. And then the Joe and Joe show at 9:15 on Facebook. Tomorrow is going to be a little odd because I mentioned to you I'm going to be on the road for a couple of days, so it's going to be haphazard, but I will post when I can, and then we'll see what kind of schedule I can set up for next week with regards to live streams. All right, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you a little bit later.